Hey guys, this is Om and welcome to Civil Raja, your gateway to future. So guys, today's session is going to be very important because for the first time on the Civil Raja channel, I'm going to explain the complete drafting of a practical project. So basically, I have got this project on last Friday and there my client approached to me and he gave me his requirements, and according to which I have prepared a rough plan. So I will just show you the rough plan over here. So I have made a lot of samples, and these two were the final layouts of it. Okay, so this was the final one which was approved by the client, by the way, and this was basically rejected, and even I didn't like it very much. So the main point is that I have drafted the plan and submitted it to my client, and this was the final plan, and I've explained this plan properly on my channel, so you can watch the previous video for that, for the proper explanation. But in this video, what I'm going to do is that I will simply explain you what are the different drafting techniques that I have used while drafting the plan. So this took me almost 4.5 hours to finalize each and everything for the 5 sheets that I have prepared over here for this architectural plan. And I'm just going to explain you how I have moved ahead with my plan. Okay, so this video might be a little longer than my usual videos, but obviously this will have a lot of stuff for you to be learned. And those who have already taken the course of AutoCAD drafting from the Civil Raja application, they will find it very much easier to understand. And if you want to also enroll in that course, then go to the Android application of the Civil Raja, and there you will find the course. If you have any kind of doubt, you can simply contact me. My WhatsApp number is 8433248864. Now, I'm just going to share my screen with you, and I will explain you each and everything. So obviously, it took me a lot of time to assemble everything over here. So I know that you are quite busy in your life also, and you have need time to practice. So I will just keep it short over here, and I will simply increase the speed while explaining each and everything to you. And do not worry about anything because I will not miss a single point. Uh, how I have about how I have drafted. Okay, so first of all, this is our drawing sheet, and here I need to first decide the units, right? So here I am setting my units, then I have to go for the dim style, and then I will go for the dimension setting over there. Okay, the next thing that I need to do over there is to just make the thickness of the lines. Then I have to mark the text or whatever the text style I'm preferring. Normally I use go for times new Roman, and I pick up two text sizes, one of 8 inches, another one of 10 inches over there. Okay, next what I'm going to do over here, that I will change the unit to the architectural, because while I'm making the plan, the clients that I'm getting are mostly working with the fit and inches. Okay, and in India, at most of the location, this is the dimension that is being followed. Now the plot area is 24 feet by 120 feet, but the built-up area should be 23 feet 6 inches by 53 feet. Okay, so I'm just going to move according to that. Okay, so you can see what are the techniques that I'm using. I have first made a rectangle, then I am just taking the offset of 5 inches. Why 5 inches? Because precisely the client has told me that okay, all my walls will be of 5 inches. I don't want any 10 inches wall. How about the outer wall should have been of 10 inches, but my client is precise about it, that okay, I do not want any 10 inches wall. Okay, so the basic requirement are two shops and a 3 BHK house. Okay, so 3 bedrooms, one hall, and one kitchen, one toilet, one stair. These are the requirements. Okay, so I'm just I've already decided the dimensions of each and everything, and I will just take the reference so that I can tell you what are the distances that I am preferring over here. Right now, you can see I'm just working on the kitchen area where I am just like uh, trimming out each and every extra lines. Why I'm trimming it now? I can also do it in the end. But if you will just trim it like this, okay, when you have your rough plan ready, then the when you have to take the offset, then it will be very much helpful for you. Okay, so that's why trimming is important. Okay, if you are working like that, Otherwise, even if you are have practiced that, okay, you have to trim everything in the end, that is not an issue. But then in that case, I felt that there will be multiple lines over there, which is unnecessarily present over there. Now you can see I'm also checking my dimensions each and every time, so that I can be sure that whatever there is in my rough plan is properly being executed over here. So you can see I have found a mistake that like a room was 10 feet wide. Okay, so I had to make it 12 feet. So I have just moved the line and then deleted the another line and extended the third one. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to place the columns over here, because if I'm opening for the doors and windows, then I need to be sure that, okay, columns should not interfere to my locations. Okay, so I have like created the different layers, and here I have created the layer for the column. I will just go into that layer, I will choose a hatch, and then I will hatch the whole thing and make it a column, a single block. So this is going to help me in two ways. First thing, I can also like place the column directly from the insert option over there, or I can simply just make the multiple copies of it, and the hatch and the boundary walls will be selected at once if I am going like that. Okay, now you can see if I am placing the columns randomly over there in the like a specific direction, then I can simply move it a little bit to fix it. Normally, whenever I'm working on an architectural plan, I usually go with 10 inches by 10 inches of the column, because that is the minimum size of the column uh, being used in our like buildings. Okay, so basically I deal with just the prop buildings. Okay, so if you want to just help you out with this planning thing, then you can also take my help. My number is 8433248864, and it's already in the description, so you can also check it out from there. Now you can see I have placed all the columns for to know about how we have to place the columns, what is the basic theory behind that. You can simply find a video on the Civil Raja channel, and that is available for free, so you do not have to worry about that. And here I am going to help you with the basic drafting techniques, so that you do not face any kind of hindrance while drafting any plan. And if you will just go for the detailed course, that will be better for you. But over here you can see, now I have created a 9 feet by 10 feet shop over here. I have checked the dimensions. Now I'll go back to my previous layer, and here I will try to create the staircase. Okay, so basically the staircase dimension that I'm going to plan is 6 feet 8 inches by 10 feet 2 inches. That I can also plan manually. And how to plan it manually, how to plan it the staircase on the AutoCAD, I have explained everything in detail in my previous videos, so I don't think that you will have any kind of problem in that. So you can just take the help of that. Now in this case, our building height is 9 feet. Normally the building height is 10 feet or 10 feet 6 inches, but in this particular case, because uh, this client has budget restraints, and so he cannot afford too high building. So wherever he can save the cost, he is saving the cost, so he's keeping the building height as 9 feet. And for the 9 feet high building, or you can say the floor to floor height is 9 feet, so there I can simply go with 18 steps over there. Each riser will be of 6 inches, each tread is of 10 inches, and the length of the steps that I have taken over here is 3 feet 3 inches, and the landing width is 3 feet 6 inches over here. So on total, this is just 6 feet 8 inches by 10 feet 2 inches staircase. Okay, so I am just going to make it a block again, so that it can be easy to be placed. Okay, and here every time I am making a block, I am picking marking the pick point over there, because it is going to help me out a lot while I'm working on the AutoCAD. Okay, otherwise if you will not mark a pick point, then you will find it hard to place from the insert option. Okay, obviously there are chances and there are possibilities that you can simply make a copy, take the reference, and then place it. But it is better if you just mark the pick point, because if you mark the pick point, then it will be very much convenient for you to place anything. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare my next sheet, that is the dimension layout over here. Because if I'll just mark the dimension layout, and you can also see that I have marked the dimension layout over here, and in this paper also, and I'm going to give this to my client also. Okay, so for marking the dimensions, I'm using the dimension tools simply. Okay, that you can visually see on my screen. And you can see it is very much convenient to work in this way. So basically I'm marking each and every possible dimension over here, and wherever I'm finding the extra lines, I will simply trim it out. Okay, so as you can see that over here I had a line in my like hall area, which is going to be my living room in future. So I've like eliminated that one so that I can easily and create like conveniently mark the dimensions. Okay, now I do not need those extra plans from there, so I can simply remove that one also. Okay, now one thing you can see, now that I have already I am having my dimensions. Okay, I have my column positions, I have my dimensions, so I can easily just make the door windows things. Okay, I can just make the gaps for the doors. Okay, and from there I can simply just mark the doors according to their width. Okay, so first of all I am just drawing a small lines. Okay, so that I can take the reference of the doors, and now I will go with the offset portion. Okay, so what I have to do now, first of all I will just decide from which end of the rooms I need to mark my doors, and after that I will simply just like draw the lines, and then I will make an offset of that line. Okay, like suppose in this case I have to mark a door of 3 feet. Okay, so I will just go for 3 feet door, and then I can just trim out the middle portion from there. Here I have to mark the entrance, so I have just trimmed out from here. Okay, so for each and every position we have different door dimensions. Like normally in the kitchen we have 3 feet of the door. For the puja room, 3 feet of the door is okay. For bedrooms, 3 feet 3 inches of the door is preferred, and for the toilet, 2 feet 6 inches of the doors is preferred. For the main door, where we normally keep it like 4 feet. Okay, and the back door can be 3 feet 6 inches or 3 feet 3 inches. That's up to you. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to like make a different door for each and every individual over here, like individual gaps over here. What I will do, I will simply copy the doors from my previous projects, because I have already completed multiple projects. And once you complete those, from there you can simply copy the doors, because mostly the door dimensions are same. Okay, so you can simply come over there and copy it, and the windows you can copy it in the similar manner. But in this particular project there is a difference, because earlier my all my windows were on 10 inches wall, and now over here I have just 5 inches wall, so I will have to modify it. So once my door placement is done, I will simply just modify each and everything. So what commands I am using over here, basically I'm using the copy command, a place command, or you can say the paste. Okay, and then I'm just using the mirror and rotate command. These are the 4 commands that I'm using to bring my doors to my plans, so that they can be properly fitted over here. Now one thing you can see that in my previous project I have used the hashed portion. Okay, in this like plan I have not used the hash portion yet, so I'm going to use the hash portion. But it is wise to like use the hatch only when you have placed the doors and the windows properly. Okay, otherwise your whole wall will be hatched. Okay, so you will see that in just few minutes. Okay, let me complete the doors over here. Now you can see there are a few extra lines that I don't need over there, so I can simply trim it out. And I will need a door at the back of the building, so I will simply use the 3 feet 3 inches door over here, and you can see I placed it. Now the next thing that I need to do over here is to place the windows. Okay, so here is the main problem here. I can take the reference of the midpoint of particular things, like for the kitchen I'm taking the reference of the midpoint of the walls. Okay, and once you have trimmed the lines properly, it is very easy for you to like grab the midpoints for particular rooms. And this is one basic benefit of trimming like in the beginning. Okay, so there are a lot of benefits when you do the things in proper sequence. Okay, now you can see I have this particular place where I have to place the windows. So I will simply place all my windows first. Okay, and then I will start modifying it. Okay, so let's place the windows in all the rooms, and I will try to keep it in one direction. Okay, so that it is quite easy to handle. Okay, and I will just shift it in one direction, because earlier it was meant to work for 10 inches walls, but now it is 5 inches walls. Now since I have copied this plan from any other particular file, so this plan will be coming up with all the blocks and all the like layers that is being used in this particular plan. So you can see my doors and windows layers are automatically are coming over here. Also, these windows and doors are being copied as a block. So I can simply just choose the block over here, and I can simply modify that block so that I can use it. Obviously, this block modification will affect my previous plan, but that is not of my use in this one, okay, anymore. So I will simply just let it happen, and I do already have the backup copy of the previous plan, so I do not need to worry about that because I'm creating a whole new plan over here. A whole new sheet is being created. So even if I'm making any copy or bringing any file over here, so that will not be any that will not make any harm to my previous files. Okay, so that is the trick. So you have to simply just like modify the blocks, and then you have to place it properly. So while placing I am finding it difficult that okay, if earlier it was 10 inches wall, now it is just 5 inches wall. So whenever I am shifting it, I can see that okay, these lines are too close to the walls and not in the middle portion. So I will simply make the modification by moving those lines, and now I will not draw any other line over here. I will simply move it away and then change the properties of it. And you can also change the scale of the line type to make your uh, like uh, drawing look more appealing to you. Okay, so in this one I'm also adding the chaja thing over there so that this can better suggest me that how long I can extend. And in the left side, I already told you in the beginning that my plot was 24 feet by 120 feet, but the front that I am taking over here is 23 feet 6 inches. So for that 6 inches I can just leave chaja. Okay, so I can use that 6 inches wall thing over here. So 5 inches will be my what do you say, this wall thickness, and then for the another 6 inches I can extend my chaja portion. Okay, so just let's complete on this one. Okay, obviously whenever you are drafting it, it will take longer time than what is being visible over here, is because it took me a longer time also, but it's just that I am showing this to you, okay, in a fast forward manner, and I'm explaining everything. So it may seem very convenient, but obviously it is just time taking. Nothing is hard over here. Okay, just it is taking a little bit of the time. Now you can see over here, whenever I have to check like okay, is there any column clashing with my placement of the doors and windows? And yeah, here one of my column was clashing with it. Okay, so what I can do over here, I can either go for a smaller door, or I can simply just place the column over there first. Okay, and then I will just trim out the portion of the walls. Okay, so you can see I've trimmed it out like this. Okay, and now my doors are properly placed and my dimensions are not changed, and this is actually a better way than working on the previous one. Now I will simply hide the layer of the doors and windows, and what I'm going to do over here is I will just trim out all the extra portions, and then I will simply join all the lines that are coming over here, so that whenever I am working on the hatch portion, then it is not giving me a hard time. Now the staircase, I have brought it back. Okay, and let's see how I have to move ahead. Okay, so here you can see I have to place the shutter over there. For that I'm using the rectangle tool, and then I'm drawing a line from the middle of it. But the shutter is generally placed not by the civil engineer. The shutter contractors are different persons, and they are normally the blacksmiths that come and manufacture the shutters over there. So you can tell them that okay, this is my size, and they will customize your shutter over there. Okay, so just like the wooden doors, even the shutters can be modified. So I have used a 8 feet wide shutter over here, but yeah, they can come for 9 feet also, they can come for 10 feet also. That is up to your requirement. Okay, now what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to place the hatch over here. Okay, so in this portion you can see wherever I am placing the hatch over here, this is not getting into the particular dimension, so I need to just decrease the scale of it. Here I'm using the 0.01 scale, and you can see that I am finding a inclined line over here. So this is not something that was meant to do. So what I need to do, I need to make this line straight first. So this was another benefit when I have used the hatch portion. Now when I'm again putting the same hatch over here, so I can see that okay, I'm not getting that particular scale. Okay, So for that, either I can use the match property or I can simply scale it out. Now another problem that I can face while moving, like using the hatch thing, that whenever I am placing the hatch, then you can see that it is getting placed, that it is also covering some of the portion of the shutter over here. So shutter will not be completely visible over here. So what I'm going to do over here, I will simply extend the line, okay, so that it can clearly mark the boundaries, okay, and then I will put the hatch again, okay. So I'm just going to place the hatch over here. Here the hatches are looking solid because obviously I'm not scaled it in the proper manner, but using the match property option, I can simply scale it properly. And now it is giving me a hard time on the top portion. So I will simply just mark the individual part of the top portions from here. Okay. And now I guess this is kind of proper over here. And even, okay, this portion was deleted. Okay, so I will simply just mark the hatch over here also, and then I will use the match property to scale it. Okay, so the scale that I'm using over here is 0.01, which is 1 by 100, and you can also use that. Okay, now if you have any kind of question till here, you can simply leave that into the comment section, because most of the portions that I needed to make in this plan is done, and all I need to do is to just mark some names here and there, and then place some sink and slab in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm not going to fix anything in the toilet. So obviously now I have placed the sink over here. Now I'll simply move it away. Okay, so I need to place it in the middle of the slab. So let's say slab is of 2 feet and your sink is of 1 feet 8 inches wide. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just place it in such a manner that it is having placed at a distance of 3 feet, sorry, 3 inches from all the portions of the slab. Okay, so all the boundaries of the slab. Okay, now what I'm going to do over here, I will simply use my text and I will name all my rooms, or you can say all my areas over here. So for that I have used kitchen, and I've written that, then I have properly formatted that. Now I will simply just make the multiple copies of it, and I will simply edit the name of the area and the dimensions over there. So now that I've already prepared my dimension layout, so it is very convenient for me to check it out over there. Okay, right. So you can see I can easily check the dimensions just by looking at my left. And so you can see the sequence is very much important. Otherwise what I have to do, I would have to first mark all the dimensions over there, then I will have to uh, like uh, either delete it or hide it after naming all the rooms or all the areas. But now I do not have to do anything. Plus I can also share this dimension layout with my client, so that he can easily identify each and everything, that in which direction I have to go for 10 feet, in which direction I have to go for 12 feet, where I have to mark the 6 feet, where I have to mark the 8 feet. He is going to be very much clear about it. So you can see most of the things are done over here. Now I'm left with marking a few more things, like I need to mark the stair, I need to mark the shop, I need to mark the living room over here. Okay, so guys, if you have came this far of the video portion, I hope that this video is attracting you and you are getting benefited from this one. So do one thing, just hit the like button and share it with your on your social media status. And um, also, if you're new to the channel, then subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon just beside it. Okay, so once you will press the bell icon, you will get notified whenever I'm uploading a new video, and my channel is going to be flooded with all such type of the informative videos. I hope so. And yeah, this will help you a lot. So why not just do it now? Just hit the like button, and that will motivate me to keep going on. Okay, so okay, guys, so we can do two things from here. We can just continue from here in the next session. Till then, and in the next session, I will cover all the portions, what were the other portions. Dimension layout is done. So I will cover basically, yeah, column positioning is done. So I will just explain you how I have to make the beam column layout. Okay, I will go for tie beams. Then I will also explain you about the plinth beam, where I have to place the plinth beams and what are the dimensions that I'm going with the plinth beam. Okay, then I will go for roof beam also. And once everything is finalized, I will simply place everything into this. And yeah, obviously I will also mark the center lines. And after that, I will just put it in a proper format. Okay, so how I am going to do that, that we will see in the next part of this video. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to my channel. And we will meet soon, just after 2 days. Thank you.